Thank you, Bernard. In the meantime, the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, has called on the diaspora to contribute their quota to the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu's administration. She also called on Nigerian youths to have hope in the efforts of the current administration to deliver the dividends of democracy. The First Lady made the call at the New York 2023 Nigeria Economic Growth and Trade Summit with the theme Stemming Migration Flows by Providing Basic Needs at Nigeria House in New York. The summit was organized by the Nigeria Governors' Wives Forum on the sidelines of the 78th session of the UN General Assembly. According to the UN, in 2022, 26,400 Nigerian citizens requested asylum abroad, while 27,000 Nigerian citizens were recognized as refugees and granted protection in 2022. I'm now joined by Olabode Oseni. He is a political and public affairs commentator. Good to have you on the news. How do you interpret the First Lady's call for Nigerian youths to have hope in the current administration's efforts?
Good evening, Nigeria, and thank you very much for having me. It's a noble call. That's a nice call. It's a call that is expected of an average mother, a woman, and someone that believes that the role of youth in a society like Nigeria should not be underestimated. Their roles, their contribution can be well used and must be called. They must be called to support governance. But then comes the question: how many of the First Lady's children are going through what an average youth is going through in Nigeria? Those are $1 million question we need to ask ourselves. What are the social structure? What are the social backup? What are the social things to make one to resist not going outside the country? I left Nigeria in 1970, and I'm one of the oldest diasporans. Well, I know more people are older than me that have been away. So Japa, for me, is like a kind of a self-inflicted arrangement that government at different levels are creating and making. Are making it for the ordinary youth not to look elsewhere. When you have a situation where they lack virtually everything, no light, no water, nothing, they have no hope, they cannot fall back on anything, of course, it becomes imperative that an average youth want to japa.
From an analytical perspective, what are the key factors influencing public sentiment and trust in government, in your view?
Again, like I just said, the what is key here, we need to start by putting in place good governance. And I'm not going to start blaming the present government of bad governance. These are government that we have been trying the last 60-something years that are probably still not working for the good of the ordinary people. The youth are inclusive. So for me, again, it is quite very, very important that government at different levels, local government level, state and federal, do more to do more things that will attract the ordinary citizen of the country. And as long as we are not getting it right, it will be very difficult for somebody like me, who in my 70s, to want to blame the youth of Nigeria. Again, these are, I have there more than enough wake-up calls for government. And I hope this particular government take advantage of all the ills, all the rocks that is all over the place, and they can work on it, because no another part of the governance that anybody could do better than when you are right at the helm of affair. You can dictate, you can call, you can choose to do the best for the country. And I want to appeal that First Lady do that and work with the governors, tell them the truth, that let's say most of our children are not here. It's the children of an average Nigerian. So we need just to do the best to make sure that they don't look elsewhere.
All right. Considering, I want to bring in the statistics that we mentioned before you came on, and that's Nigerian migration and asylum request in 2022. What trends or patterns can you identify, and how can we use the statistics to try and develop in a way that will sort of mitigate the need and urgency for young people to want to leave?
Yes, the statistics. Well, let me also, I'm not trying to sit down here in London after so many years of sojourn to criticize, but I need to be very, very constructive and very, very objective. The statistics say it all. It is a very, very, very disturbing number of people who want to leave the country, especially our youth. And also, it shows clearly that there's something must be making them to run away. Yoruba land, people say if somebody, if an elderly person is running, and there must be something that is pursuing him. And in most cases, when he falls down, he looks back. But the youth also wanted to just take the risk of wanting to go across the Atlantic Ocean or different form of want to cross from Nigeria to another country where they believe life is going to be better for them, where they believe that at least they will be seen to have succeeded after graduating in different areas of studies.
All right, let me interject quickly and just ask, in the interest of time, what recommendations you would offer to the Nigerian government to engage with the diaspora more effectively and address the challenges associated with migration, particularly in retaining skilled individuals for national development?
Yeah, again, you must make governance attractive. If you are inviting someone who reads economics, somebody who is an engineer, somebody who is an economics or different area of studies, and you want to attract them, you want to bring them home. You must governments, like I said, government need to do more. And I'm sorry to make this comparison. When you look at when you bring expatriates to come and head maybe a manufacturing company, and you give this expatriate so many benefits, so many amenities, so many welfare package and so on, and you refuse to do the same. I've lived through that. You did not do the same to attract our own, your own people. Of course, they wouldn't like to come home. So those who are home, if they have to go through unnecessary stress, they probably be thinking of wanting to go back to where they are coming from. People have been in Japan.
So you're looking at making remuneration some sort of balance instead of this dichotomy between
that must be part of the package.
Okay.
Yeah. You must give the same you give to a German who is, in most cases, some of these expatriates, I can tell you for free that some of them are even not really trained. They just come to take advantage of our weaknesses.
All right, Mr. Oseni, that's the much time will permit us. Thank you very much for giving us your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's our pleasure.